Hello everybody! So here I am again with the same outfit. Okay, so this is like my third cushion foundation for the day. Today we will be reviewing this one. Ta-dang! Ooh. This is the Giorgio Armani Designer Essence in Balm Mesh Cushion. Okay, this one has enhanced SPF. The blue one has SPF 50 PA++, whereas the red one has only SPF 23. So honestly, I feel like they both wears the same throughout the day. The only difference is this one has a little bit more coverage than this one, and this is more moisturizing than this one, but they are pretty much about the same. It's just a very slight difference. So I think the main difference that you want to choose between these two is either that you prefer slightly more moisturizing, but they're both moisturizing. So this one has a little bit more because it's infused with like the moisturizer thing. But I think the biggest difference between these two is the SPF. This one has SPF 23, this one has SPF 50. So if you guys are the type of person that you want to have a lot of SPF in your makeup products, then you should choose this one. But other than that, this one is fine because all of us know that you have to put SPF underneath your makeup even though your makeup products have SPF, because the SPF inside them are just simply not enough. Yeah, so I think that if you guys have the habit of putting on sunscreen or SPF underneath, then I mean this one's okay. I think there's a price difference, I'm not quite sure. I think this one is slightly more expensive, like maybe 20 bucks more expensive than this one, or 10 bucks, it depends. So it's really almost the same. You don't need to buy two, you don't need to have two. If you wanted to buy a new cushion foundation, then just pick one depending whether you want more SPF, slightly more coverage, or more moisturization properties, that kind of thing. But honestly, they work really similar. Moisturizing for me, because I have oily skin, I feel like both of them, the moisturizing property doesn't really make a difference. They are just equally moisturizing, and at the end of the day, I am oily, that's it. But the type of oil is the type of oiliness that I prefer in my makeup product, or how I would want my makeup to be like at the end of the day. It's not like kind of like whole grease ball where I cannot take the whole like feeling and I want to remove it straight away. I don't have that kind of feeling, especially when wearing Giorgio Armani products. I really love it. They don't feel stuffy at all at the end of the day as well, so I highly recommend it. So if you guys are interested in the demo, then just carry on watching. So let's try on this foundation. Okay, honestly, this foundation, it is dewier than the red one, of course, but it wears very similar to the red one, honestly. And I think, if I'm not wrong, it's slightly more expensive. So unless you're telling me that you really need the moisturizer in this cushion foundation, if not, I feel like you really just can get away with the red one. Okay, first up, it might appear to be lighter. Okay, and I've tried it actually. Both the cushion foundation that I have, the red one and the blue one, they're both in color number 5. And honestly, number 5 don't have a lot of color range to choose from actually. They only have 4 colors. I think 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the darkest one. And the lucky thing is that sometimes, you know, I think that how come they fit me at the end of the day, because they does oxidize. And I tried it. I put both this and this on my hand, and then after 30 minutes I look at these swatches. They have oxidized to be the same color as my hand, so they actually do fit my color. Okay, so that's just like for you to see, just for your reference, and just in case you guys are like, oh no, you know, it's too fair for you and whatnot. Yeah, but it does actually kind of oxidize to fit me actually. So this is one layer, so you guys can actually tell that this is very dewy type of foundation. Honestly, I feel like the coverage of this one is just maybe 10% lesser than the red foundation. Okay, but it is definitely a little bit more moisturizing than the red one. But the wear, it's very similar. Unless you are telling me that you have really dry skin, like I said before, right? Then you will probably need to spend a couple more dollars on this one because there's added moisturization property. But the glow that this one gave, it's really glowing. Like, it's like Korean goddess type of glow, you know. Yeah. And when I wear this, both of them, for the entire day the other time when I did the full wear test, they wear the same. It really wears the same. And yeah, it really just, you know, I don't see any difference, and I feel like you can just choose either one depending on your own preference, like maybe the color that you like, or like you have already purchased two and you don't mind which color you use. I mean, you can just choose either one. Yep. Overall, I feel like, right, the reason why I like Giorgio Armani the most is because it, I don't know, I don't know how to say it, like, I feel like under the eyes, it works the best for my under eye. I'm not sure you guys can see. Yeah, basically this is like one layer. I didn't touch up this portion, so I'm gonna go in one more time to see if I can increase the coverage of this one. Oh, okay, you can build it up to about a medium. Okay, and I don't think this one can be up to a medium full, honestly, because it's going to slide a little bit. Yeah, so this is as much as you can go in terms of coverage. But it's definitely very moisturizing. It does emphasize your pores a little bit because ultimately this is a dewy foundation. So this is after 2 layers. So this portion you guys can probably see, like, you know, this part is pretty much covered up, but you can see a little bit going through. So this is about a medium. You definitely can build up to a medium, I think. And this one, as compared to the Etude House one, this one, the glow, I feel like this one looks a little bit more like the type of glowy skin that a lot of Korean really like the kind of dewy type. Well, I don't mind it, honestly. I usually set it with powder, and honestly the other time when I wear the full day, I set it with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Stick Powder. That one, after I set it on, right, the whole entire day, this particular foundation wear just like my red Giorgio Armani cushion foundation. There is really like no difference. Only that this one probably, with the increase like the coverage, right, with the coverage and with the look, it looks more buttery. Like, you look like the skin looks a little bit more buttery. The other one looks a little bit more like you have coverage on, but that one, I think, as much as the coverage is higher than the blue one, the maximum you can get is the medium full. You can't get it to a full coverage because of the texture. But they both wear the same. They both fade beautifully throughout the day, and then you know that it has faded, but when you remove the makeup, you still see the product there. And I don't know, it rarely caught into this portion. I mean, like, sometimes if I'm really parched, then it happens, but usually it doesn't, and it kind of like looks, overall it looks better on my skin. And this is the type of cushion foundation, right, that I wear usually for wedding dinners, where I feel like I need to look good for a long time, so I don't have to worry about how my makeup look. I don't have to run to the toilet to check my makeup all the time. I usually go for Giorgio Armani cushion foundation, and if you guys don't know, this foundation is the only foundation that I bought a review for, and that tells you how much I like this foundation. And I'm quite happy that the blue one actually wears similar to the red one. They do get pretty oily towards the end of the day because I have oily T-zone, oily skin. So that is just very normal, but it just fits beautifully. It looks beautiful, and even with a lot of oil coming through, it just doesn't look like I have foundation trapped in my pores. There's no creasing and whatnot, and your skin just looks good, you know, like youthful, that kind of glowy kind of glow. I can't really explain to you guys. It's just my personal preference how I like my foundation to look at the end of the day. So this is it. I like it. I'm very happy that it works the same because I'm very afraid that I'm not going to waste it. So now that I know that if I finish this one, I have this one to fall back on. Yeah. So overall, I would say that although they wear very similar, the blue one is definitely more moisturizing in a way that you guys can probably see the glow, and the other one is slightly more in coverage. But you must take note that both of them are more on like the essence type cushion, so they are meant to be more glowy and more moisturizing. So they are not the type that is very long lasting, very matte, and they last throughout the whole day. No, they are not. But for me, if I set it with a powder, sometimes if I bake it, it can last very long. And this is the foundation that was the most beautifully out of so many foundation I have, other than the La Mer one, because La Mer one fits me a little bit better in terms of shades, especially when I grow even tanner. So yeah, honestly, I feel like it's pretty good. It just depends on what you like and what you prefer, what kind of makeup look that you're looking for, and then your budget as well. So yeah, so take your choice, take your pick, you know, just one that you like. So yeah, this is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, but most importantly, please stay safe, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Yep, just to add on a little bit, I think if you guys really wanted to try, like if you guys are like me, you guys like dewy foundations, and you guys want a foundation that looks really nice and fits beautifully throughout the day, I highly recommend this one. This is like my number one foundation, cushion foundation, if you guys are wondering. If not, you guys can try the La Mer one. So it really depends, but if you guys wanted to get, I would say get it.